sound of terror ripped off peace in the northeast for several years prior to 2015. And amidst that, President Muhammadu Buhari took over the mantle of leadership as Nigeria's president, promising to take on the issue headlong.
Victory cannot be achieved by building the command and control center in Abuja. The command center will be relocated to Maiduguri and remain until Boko Haram is completely subdued.
While those words ignited hope in the minds of many Nigerians, attack by the Boko Haram insurgents in the northeast went unabated, with hundreds of innocent Nigerians killed, including over 40 peasant farmers murdered in Koshebe town in Borno State in 2020. Clashes between farmers and herders, banditry and kidnapping for ransom have also emerged as new forms of criminality under the Buhari government, leading to huge casualties and displacement of people across states in the north central and northwest.
By 2015, we are contending with Boko Haram alone in the northeast. But when the heat was turned on the terrorists in the northeast, they spread to north central, propagating the same ideas of Boko Haram.
The roads have become nightmares and the railways under attack, with some of the passengers abducted from a train along the Abuja-Kaduna rail still in captivity. Available statistics shows at least 17,158 fatalities have been recorded as a result of insecurity between January 2021 and September 24, 2022, while 1,821 people were injured and 9,585 people were abducted in 630 local government areas across the country.
Our leaders are not doing anything. They have failed us.
Another area of concern is the mass abduction of school children in the last 7 years. At least 5 incidences have been recorded under the administration, and according to the United Nations Children Emergency Fund, UNICEF, more than 1,000 school students have been abducted, with over 600 schools shut down as a result of insecurity. Although the government has secured the release of most of the victims, Leah Sharibu, one of the girls abducted from a school in Dapchi in Yobe State, is still in captivity 4 years after, while the remaining Chibok school girls who were abducted in 2014 are yet to be released.
The entire northern half of the country are walking to a situation where a significant portion of public schools are either shut down, or even where they're not shut down, the ability to run regular educational classes is almost impossible, maybe as a result of insecurity.
However, the Buhari's government has increased funding for security from 968 billion naira in 2015 to over 2.4 trillion naira in 2022.
One of the challenges that has befuddled the Nigerian security sector is the lack of equipment. So if you look at the armed forces as an example, the Buhari administration has invested heavily on the procurement of equipment, both for the army, the Air Force, and then the Navy.
Nevertheless, it appears security operatives, including the military, are gaining some victory over insecurity in Nigeria recently. An analysis of the bi-weekly report by the Defense Headquarters between January and September 2022 shows at least 5,000 terrorists and bandits have been neutralized, over 10,000 others arrested, and more than 20,000 terrorists and their families have surrendered to troops in various operations.
The air component of Operation Hadarin K, while acting on credible intelligence, conducted air interdiction at Somalia in Sambisa Forest and bombarded a terrorist critical facility.
I speak.
President Muhammadu Buhari is also not losing hope of fixing the security challenges in the country, as stated in his last Independence Day address to Nigerians as head of state.
I share the pains Nigerians are going through, and I assure you that your resilience and patience will not be in vain as this administration continues to reposition as well as strengthen the security agencies to enable them to deal with all forms of security challenges.
By February 2023, Nigerians will be heading to the polls, and one area the electorate must not undermine in their engagement with those seeking to lead the country is their ability to deal decisively with the issues of insecurity in Nigeria. Emperor Simon, Channels Television News.